used stereotypes to give readers a better picture of the town where the story took place, Malgudi. He used stereotypes to describe what was a normal sight in town, as a way to describe the place. Lastly, R.K. Narayan used diction. Diction is the choice of vocabulary and phrases. For instance, it can be conversational, rhetorical, formal, or informal. Diction can be seen in the passage when R.K. Narayan uses a rhetorical question in the last paragraph of the story, where the ribbon seller says, "What can we do with a creature who returns to his doom with such a free heart?" The author used a rhetorical question to make a point that the dog had sealed its fate by returning to the blind man. There was no point in letting it gain freedom again if it was just going to go back. Following this, we have viewpoint and characterization, which R.K. Narayan also utilizes in this story.
The Blind Dog is a short story which compares man with animal and how an animal can be more sensible and loyal than man. The story tries to bring out the Indian society through its setting, people, and the way they react to certain situations. The story consists of very ordinary characters and a setting which is very poverty-stricken. Through lives of ordinary men, R.K. Narayan is able to bring out, or rather convey thoughtful messages to the audience. In the story, character is basically a very important element of short story. There are two meanings for the word character. 1. The person in a work of fiction. 2. The traits and characteristics of a person. In a short story, there tend to be two main characters. The main character is called the protagonist, while the character that opposes the main character is the antagonist. In this story of the blind dog, the protagonist is the blind man, while the antagonist is the ribbon seller. In this story, we come across characters such as the blind beggar and the dog. At the start of the story, the audience sympathizes on the blind beggar because of the condition he is in. But after he meets the dog, he realizes that the dog could become his means of income. Therefore, he ties the dog to him and uses and ill-treats it. With the help of the people like the ribbon seller, the dog escapes the beggar. However, it comes back to the beggar. But the beggar fails to realize that the dog has been loyal to him and continues to use him and mistreat him. From the short story, we can tell that the blind man is a selfish and greedy man. When the blind man had no help and was in a pitiful state, the blind man acted humble and treated the dog with lots of care. This can be seen in the passage where it states, "The blind man stroked its coat gently from tail to ear and said, 'What a beauty you are! Come with me.' He threw a handful of food which the dog ate gratefully. It was perhaps an auspicious moment for starting a friendship. However, once the dog became loyal to the beggar, he became selfish and treated the dog badly. The beggar also became greedy and tried to obtain more money through different means. This can be seen in the passage where it states, "A great desire to earn more money than ever before seized his master, so that he felt any resting a waste of opportunity, and the dog had to be continuously on his feet. Sometimes his leg refused to move, but if he slowed down, even slightly, his master goaded him on fiercely with his staff." This shows that the blind beggar is a dynamic character. A dynamic character is a character that has many-sided personalities that change by the end of the story. The blind man is also a very deprived and vulnerable man. His blindness is his greatest weakness. This can be seen in the passage where it states, "The boy liked to tease the blind man by calling him names and by trying to pick up the coins in his."
Created using Powtoon.